Today, I want to talk about a story that has shaken many people across Quebec and across Canada. Just a few hours ago, major news broke in Montreal. The Montreal Police Service, known as the SPVM, was forced to dismantle an entire night patrol unit in Montreal North. Why? Because 16 police officers, including 2 sergeants, are under investigation for alleged racist and discriminatory actions targeting Black and Arab citizens. Their service weapons were seized. Some officers have been suspended, and authorities are now considering whether criminal charges should be filed. Political leaders across Quebec quickly condemned the situation. They called it unacceptable. They called it deeply concerning, and they promised that justice would take its course. Now, before we go any further, let me be very clear. The vast majority of Canadians reject racism. The vast majority of people in Quebec believe in fairness and equal opportunity. But stories like this remind us of something every immigrant must understand. No country is perfect. No system is perfect. And no matter where you live, your future should never depend entirely on decisions made by other people. That is the lesson I want us to focus on today. Because this is much bigger than one police scandal. This is about security. Not physical security. Financial security. Future security. And the importance of having a plan B. Many of us left Africa with big dreams. We wanted better opportunities. Better schools for our children. Better health care. Better incomes. And many of us found those opportunities. We worked hard. We sacrificed. We learned new languages. We adapted to new cultures. We paid taxes. We followed the rules. But sometimes events like this remind us that life can change quickly. Governments change. Policies change. Economies change. Immigration systems change. Public attitudes can change. What feels permanent today may not be permanent tomorrow. That is why the smartest immigrants think differently. They do not spend all their energy trying to build their entire future in one place. Instead, they build options. They build flexibility. They build freedom. While working abroad, they quietly build assets back home. They buy land. They build houses. They invest in businesses. They create opportunities. Not because they are planning to leave tomorrow, but because they understand the power of having choices. Think about it. Imagine 2 immigrants. Both have worked abroad for 20 years. Both earn similar incomes. The first immigrant spent everything trying to keep up appearances. A bigger car, a bigger mortgage, more debt, more monthly payments. The second immigrant lived a little more simply, saved consistently, invested carefully, bought land, built rental properties, started small businesses back home. Now imagine something changes. Maybe immigration laws change. Maybe the economy changes. Maybe they simply decide they want a different life. Which immigrant has more freedom? The answer is obvious. The person who built assets. The person who created options. The person who prepared. That is why I always say, build your future where your heart is. Because wealth is not just about money. Wealth is about choices. Wealth is about freedom. Wealth is about sleeping peacefully at night knowing that your future does not depend on a single employer, a single government, or a single country. And this lesson applies whether you live in Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, or anywhere else. Do not wait for a crisis before you start planning. Do not wait for bad news before you start investing. Do not wait until retirement before you start thinking about your future. Start today. One piece of land, one investment, one business, one step at a time. The goal is not to live in fear. The goal is to live prepared. Because prepared people are confident people. Prepared people are resilient people. Prepared people have options. My fellow Africans abroad use opportunities abroad to create wealth. Use strong currencies to build strong assets. Use today's income to create tomorrow's freedom. And remember, no headline should make you feel powerless. Instead, let it motivate you. Let it remind you to save. Let it remind you to invest. Let it remind you to build something that belongs to you. Something that can support your family for generations. Thank you for watching Diaz Pro Connect. Tell me in the comments, Do you believe every immigrant should have a plan B? If you found value in this message, please like, subscribe, and share it with another African living abroad. And remember our mission: build your future where your heart is. See you in the next video.